XRP, we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. Okay, if you refer to our analysis, when the price was exactly within this move, we mentioned if we want to look for buy, we have to get the correction. Because as we can see, easily price drop, because I point that this one can turn to a correction for one more drop. But as we can see, the price drop, but can it continue to break this low or not? Or this one can turn to one move up before we get the down move. Okay, also we can we can expect this one become a correction for continuation, but what the only thing is what we have here is not really good I mean it's not sharp to give us, because we can expect for the sharp move with a small flag of correction. Okay, now by the way, we want to see how we can look for trade. We start with the daily chart. What I point in my last analysis, I mentioned the first things is we need to consider about this too. May this one give us a I mean, may give this one tell us that the price can drop, either reverse or bigger correction. Because when the price was within this move, when we were looking for the down move, the price to tag 0.36 or 0.34. But when we get this up move, I mentioned that if there is a continuation with the breakout of 0.65, then we don't expect and continues, even if continue to around 0.75, then we don't I mean we cannot expect the price to retest 0.34, 0.36. May we can get the deeper correction for continuation. Okay, that's why if we want to look for buy or sell from here, we need to be careful, because if the price drop easily, we can expect to retest 0.34 or 6. But if there is a continuation about with the breakout of this top, then this is the start of the up move. Okay, this is how we explain, and just I make it very simple and brief. Now we move to forward chart. You want to see how we can look for trade. As I mentioned, we're looking at this correction, and we can expect this correction to become more complex. And what I can see here is still we can expect the price to give us one more drop. Then any reversal from there, we can look for buy. The only thing is what we will get from here. But either the price can continue from here or drop before we get the reversal. How about if the price it give us a correction become more complex or deeper correction, and this is the start of the down move? Also we need to know about that, because we have been looking for this down correction to give us to drop, but because of this we have to look at it differently. Okay, if anyone is looking for sell, they need to be quite careful. But if they get a trade, as long as they get into the profit, they start to manage it. But for long term, we're looking for buy, we're not looking for sell. Okay, in this case we move to 1 hour chart. As I mentioned, the best things is if this one either drop from here to retest this low, or it give us one move up, because at that time so we can look for this for one more drop. Then any reversal from there we can look for buy. If we want, right now we're talking about the buy, because we can put this one in relative to this as internal correction for one more drop. Okay, because even in my last analysis I explained how we can look at this. All right, now the thing is, how about if the price continue reverse from here? Okay, one of the option, if the sharply reverse from here, we look for the sharp move with the flag, still we can look for buy, or we can have entry above this top. But having entry above the top, we want the price tag break and continue every time I mentioned. If the price tag we see is not moving within the first 2 hours, first or second hours, we should take off the trade. But we should know that easily the price can tag even within the first hour drop. Okay, then if traders they want to have entry above the top, they need to consider BY. May this one turn give us a flat. If there is a flat, may from there we can look for buy. Okay, but right now if the price tag also can reverse without giving us a flat. All right, by the way, what we have here right now is a correction, and mostly we can expect one more drop, the best things is. But the only times if there is a continuation from here, as I mentioned, how we can look for buy, or unless we get the more complex alternative flat, at least one move, one down, then maybe we can consider, we need to see whether we can look at it as a flat for buy or not. Okay, and if anyone wants from here, if because right now we're talking about how we can look for buy. If anyone wants to look for sell, either the continuation from here, I think the only way to have entry below this, or they wait for one move up. If the price tag the top and we see there is no continuation, which like a start to correct, any sharp move with a flag, if they get, they can look for sell. Because if we want to look for trade setup, if there is a continuation from here, the only thing is to have entry below this. Okay, for me, I'm not interested for sell unless I receive the proper trade setup. In case the reason I trade, in case this is the start of the down move. Because we have been, as I mentioned, we have been looking for the down move, but because when the price was within this move, within this correction, okay, sorry, within this move, within this move, the only thing is simply because of this, we see the changes. Okay, in this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.